What's up, guys? Bars Unlimited here with damn it,
With a cursed intro.
with a cursed intro. Hopefully the song is better. But we are back with another video. This is Sevendust, the day I tried to live. I got Sevendust shirt. I went to see them in concert. Actually, it was August 28th of last year. They were performing with Skillet on their Victorious War tour. And so that was the first time I'd seen them, but I've listened to Sevendust for a while now. Huge Sevendust fan, and I heard that they're I believe they're dropping an album on the 26th or something, sometime this month. And they released two singles from that album on Friday, and one of them was called something Blood of the Sand or Blood in the Sand or something about like that, and the other one was The Day I Tried to Live. I listened to the other song, I really liked it, and I thought I asked Jake which one that he would rather react to for the channel, and so he picked this one, and so we're gonna do The Day I Tried to Live on this channel. What do you know about Sevendust?
That there's Sevendusts. No, I don't know much about these guys. Never heard of them until you sent me the song. And at first, like I ended up like accidentally like swiping over and missing the message where you said what band name the band was, but you were like pick a song, and I was like, well, this name sounds like it'll be a promising song. So I was like, well, yeah, I've never heard of these guys, but you have, and you said they're good, and
Yeah, they were excellent live. They have some classic songs. Some of my favorite Sevendust songs: Waffle, Denial.
waffle.
Yeah, you laugh, but seriously, we're gonna react to that on this channel, and you're gonna be falling out of your seat. One of the most amazing songs that they have. Another one I like by them is called Feed. They just have a bunch of really good songs. And another one of my favorites is can't think of it right now, but they have a lot of really good songs. I like Black. They have another one called Black, and I'm just a huge Sevendust fan. Like I said, I got the T-shirt at the concert, and I just really love their music. I would say they're kind of, I think, best way to describe them is like an alternative metal. I think they're a little bit like heavier than like a Godsmack, but they're not a Skillet. They're kind, I mean, not a Slipknot. They're kind of like in the middle. They're like a heavier band with some harsh vocals, but they don't just sing like
Yeah.
the whole time. They don't really do any of that. It's like even the parts when have you ever heard the song Cult of Personality
By Living Color.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, and I believe the singer is actually African American as well of this band. As a matter of fact, when I saw him in concert, because we were so far back from a distance, it kind of looked like King Ezekiel from the
from the Walking Dead.
He kind of looks like that guy, and he might actually model his look after him. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, so yeah, we're gonna get into this song. Like I said, we've never heard this song. It just came out on Friday, and instead of just listening to both of them right away, I thought, I love Sevendust, and I think he's really gonna like Sevendust. So let's hit something new on the channel. So with that being said, The Day I Tried to Live, Sevendust. Let's get it. Now, one thing I just wanted to say already, we can see the lyrics on the screen, obviously, and you guys can too, and really deep lyrics there. But one thing that I like is the lyrics are on there, and we can read them. The background is not so distracting that we can't see what it says, unlike the Eminem video.
And Kid Cudi, where it's like, oh man, you're using background colors that are the same colors as the subtitles.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, that was just horrible. That lyric video was terrible. And I understand that there's movement in that which added to it, and this is probably just a backdrop, but even so, I already like it. And I just like the acoustic so far, how the instrumentation sounds beautiful, and from the lyrics we can see, they haven't been sung yet, but from the lyrics we can see, this is about to be a pretty heavy song, not necessarily instrumentation wise,
Yeah.
but lyric, like it's gonna have a heavy meaning, I think. So, all right, let's get back into it.
I woke the same as any other day, except the voice was in my head. It said, seize the day, pull the trigger, drop the blade, and watch the rolling heads. The day I tried to laugh, I stole 1,000 eggs, change, and gave it to the rats. The day I tried to win, I dangled from the power lines and let the mother stars, yeah. Singing one more time around, might do it. One more time around, might make it. One more time around, might do it. One more time around, might make it. The day I tried to live, yeah.
What do you think so far?
I think the instrumental is great. You know, there's a couple points where I was trying to listen to what he was saying over the instrumental, but it wasn't, you know, too obnoxious at all. Like, I like his vocals. His vocals are great. You know, I definitely I like the song already. Like,
Dude, this song is great.
and this is a new one you said?
Friday, it just came out on Friday. It's on their, like I said, their upcoming album is coming out later this month. So we definitely wanted to check this one out, and we're definitely gonna have to check out more off that album, especially if there's songs like this. I mean, like you said, the instrumentation is really good. Just that, it just sounds good. The way he's singing, like, I mean, it just, I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. Like, I like just like the inflection in his voice, how it does that bouncing, like da 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 da. Like, it's
Yeah.
good.
And the thing is too, it's like we talked about in some of our past videos, it's heavier. Like, it's definitely a heavier sound, but even this, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's people that are not super into heavy metal that could still enjoy something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents weren't really a huge fan of it. When we went to the concert, they weren't a huge fan of Sevendust. But I think that compared to alternatives, they definitely were like, oh, wow, okay, this is a lot better than,
Yeah.
you know, some of the other options that could have been with them. So I just think they just have a good sound, man.
Yeah.
Like a really good sound. The lead singer, his vocals are just great. He has a very powerful voice, and just the heaviness of those riffs when they come in, it's just like,
And it's not like too out there either, so I definitely agree. It's pretty good for what it is, you know.
amen to that. Amen to that. All right, let's keep.
All right.
What you say never seem to live up to
Hey, that's not- that's his,
the ones inside of your head.
You're right, I just keep it going.
The lives we make never seem to ever get us anywhere but dead.
This song is so fire. Jake just had to leave the room.
Sorry,
Oh,
my
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 Lord.
brain was melting. I needed to go step inside the freezer for a minute.
But seriously though, this song is really good so far. Like, and again, I talked earlier about in another video about how this is just music you could just listen to.
Yeah, like
Like-
even if you're driving or you're just hanging out.
Like if I
Doing
turn,
whatever.
Yeah, like I said in another video, if I just turn this on in a car with my family in it or whoever, they probably wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, what is this? Turn
Yeah.
this off." Like, how can you listen to this? It's so annoying. It just sounds good. So, I don't know.
It's a
man.
good drive song. All that I could definitely see this being on a driving playlist.
Dude,
Stay
for
list
sure.
maybe. Got to keep going.
For sure.
The day I tried to laugh, I wallowed in the blood and mud with all the other
man, that part right there, just the way he vocalized that, I should have stayed in bed. I mean,
Like,
that was
no,
nasty.
that's one thing I'm noticing. Like this song, like compared to the Gojira stuff that we listen to, isn't like super like just jumping out and making me like set me on fire. But that doesn't mean that I don't like love the song. Like this guy's voice is amazing. Like lyrically, it's powerful and it's strong the way he can rise up. It's like should have stayed in bed.
Yeah,
it just
dude.
gets up there. I'm like,
Like
okay.
his voice is just so good, and the way that he can turn the intensity from just a dun 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 to I should have stayed in bed, and he just like the groove is not even changing in the background at times, and just the power in his voice that he can just add in there, it gives it like this epic feel almost, even though like you said it's not crazy,
Yeah.
but it just you feel like
Like
you're
and
you
like
know.
the instrumental in the background, it stayed the same like with repetition for mostly like the whole song, but it's like it's good sounding still, and like it changes up a little bit with like the drumming and stuff and some of the riffs, but you know
Dude,
it's not bad.
this
at
is
all.
a great song. I like this one a lot. This part right here. Woo! That's so crazy, bro.
Just like you.
One thing I wanted to point out is I just love the drumming throughout the song.
Just the
like
dun,
the
dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun 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 dun. Like it just sounds so good, so crisp too.
and so like not super like pounding, like it's just like
Like it just fits with the like it's like it was meant for it.
and it fits with like the way he vocalizes too, because he's not super like David Draymond can get sometimes, but at
No.
the same time it's like I'm not like it's not bad at all. It doesn't sound terrible, and
Excellent. I really enjoy this. So
One more time around. One more time around.
all right. So that was Sevendust, The Day I Tried to Live. What'd you think, man? Overall.
definitely will be definitely happy to dive into more of this band on the channel. Can't wait to see what more they have, because this was a great song. Like you said, it was like not as hard as it's like Skillet songs or Godsmack, but I feel like it fits somewhere like in between. Like he can get there, and he did, and then at the same time he can also get to that like mellow, one more time around.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, dude, like
Yeah. Yeah, like you can just tell that he has a vocal ability to take it there when he wants to, but it doesn't have to be that. And
Yeah.
he doesn't rely on that solely to make good sound. And one thing I will also say is because of like the meaning in this video or meaning in the music, I think this is intended to be one of their more slower,
easier songs.
ease tracks. Not necessarily easier in terms of just like I mean, there's skill in this, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of this wasn't their like craziest song that I've heard from them. It just kind of was a very smooth, really kind of pay attention to what he's saying. In a way, it was kind of beautiful, like a beautiful song And I definitely have heard a lot heavier from them. And I've also heard less heavier than this. So I think it rode the line of it was like powerful. The way he sang it was really good, and it had a nice groove to it. But at the same time, it wasn't like, I'm ready to go beat somebody up
Yeah,
after listening to it. At the
Yeah, like, oh, I feel so high. Let me just go get in the ring with Ali and just.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I will say, I've listened to pretty much the majority of Sevendust, and I will say, probably not my favorite song from them. There's other songs that I definitely enjoy more, but that's not because this was a bad song.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that I know we talk about it on this channel all the time, but I really want to drive home for you guys because, again, as somebody that grew up not really interested in listening to metal, it is very important for my journey that there are bands like this where you can listen to them and just enjoy yourself. And it's not so like abrasive, I guess you would say, where it's like a tough pill to swallow to just turn it on.
Yeah, you're just like, I have to
You're
listen to
like,
this
it
song.
has to beat you over the head for you to like it. Like, there's some songs out there where I feel like you really need to, it really needs to like beat you into submission. Like,
to, like,
if
be
you
able to
just
want to
go,
listen to it.
like, if you go straight from not listening to metal to listening to, some insane, like Iron Maiden or Dragon Force or something,
Yeah.
good luck.
Oh yeah.
Good luck getting into that
Yeah,
stuff.
especially since Dragon Force songs are normally 5 to like 9 minutes long. Like,
Yeah.
I love Dragon Force, but I'm like, man, this song has been going on for.
And just the speed and
Ever.
intensity
Oh,
and the
yeah.
screaming and stuff, that's like, you're gonna have a hard time getting somebody that's not into it to get into it based on that stuff. Based on this though, this kind of thing is just like, I love this sound. Like, it's heavy metal, it's got the grooves and stuff that I like. It's got good singing still though. Like, you can tell the guy can actually sing. He's not
Instead of just going. Like,
yeah, exactly. What did you say? Lawnmower running over some rocks.
Running over some rocks.
In the
Just that
other
loud.
video.
Just.
Like, yeah, exactly. And I can't emphasize this enough because, again, I hear all the time people not wanting to give these bands like this the respect they deserve because maybe it's not the most skillful thing you've ever heard. Yes, it's not. But guess what? If it wasn't for bands like this, I wouldn't listen to metal.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't be where I am now.
Like, if it was only like Slipknot, Iron Maiden, like Rob Zombie and stuff like that,
like I'm not saying I wouldn't be into it because I am into that stuff, but it was because of bands like this that slowly eased my way in. Like, oh, okay, some Disturbed, some Sevendust, some 3 Days Grace. Bands like that are like really good. Like, it gets you into the sound of metal, the heavier riffs and stuff, but at the same time, it's not so vocally in your face, like nonstop beating you to death, that you're just like, oh my god.
like, stop this.
Exactly. And I can't emphasize that enough because I just, like I said, I see so often where people just don't want to give bands like this the respect
That they deserve.
they deserve, and just say, oh, well, there's nothing complex about it. Yeah, there's nothing complex about it. And let me tell you something. I love this.
Yeah.
Some of the more complex stuff, yeah, that's complex, but does it sound good?
Not all the time. No, it doesn't.
Not all the time. Like, for instance, you take a band like Megadeth. I've listened to a good portion of Megadeth. They are technically, and I'm talking about instrumental, playing the instruments, skill wise at each instrument, stuff like that. Technically, no doubt, one of the best bands ever. No doubt. However, you listen to some of their songs, and am I just going to enjoy listening to it and just like rocking out to it? Some of it, no.
Yeah,
it's so technical and so over the top, like crazy playing, that it sacrifices appealing to the sound that I like.
Yeah, like I have a few Slipknot songs on my main playlist, but sometimes when those come along, and I'm just like at work moving boxes around, or I'm outside working or something, like I normally I just skip them because I have to like really have that thought of like, do I really want to listen to it, like the loud like
Yeah, exactly. You got to be kind of like in the right mood for that kind of music. And I know that metalheads generally are always in the right mood to listen to it because that's why they love metal.
yeah
So I get that, but I'm just saying we're talking from the perspective of people that didn't necessarily, or at least myself, didn't necessarily grow up with, yeah, metal's awesome. That was not my upbringing.
yeah me neither at all.
My upbringing was, yeah, don't listen to that because that'll give you a headache.
Yeah.
I'm just so again, like I say, these commercially appeal bands or whatever, that they deserve respect because yes, this isn't the most technically skilled thing, but it sounds good, and bands like this are what gave metal a shot for me. And now I can listen to a Megadeth. I can listen to uh you know, Sepultura or Amity Affliction or Pantera,
Mhm.
you know, some of these other bands that before would have been even Tool to some extent. I can listen to some of these bands that before would have been absolute
No,
no's,
like not
absolute
doing
no's. Like for instance, I had a friend of mine that before I was really into metal, constantly or consistently would show me Slipknot songs, and I'm just like, dude, how can you like this? Like it was just so I couldn't stand it. Like I didn't understand how you could like it. Now my ear for metal has evolved, and
And
now
so
I
it's
can
like-
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Now I can appreciate it. But before,
I was like, oh, why? I was like, dude, turn this off.
I'm like, dude, this doesn't sound like Skillet, Disturbed. What on earth would make you think I would like this? Now, like I said, I can get into the Motionless in Whites, the 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 I Prevails, and some of these other things. But before, it was like 3 Days Grace. Oh, Breaking Benjamin, yeah. Stained, yeah. You know, that kind of stuff. That's what got me where I am
because
today.
it's like not super, because I feel like people like Slipknot, Megadeth, you have to build up to that.
Exactly.
Like you can't just go into that. Like
Exactly.
it's just not a thing.
Like I started in my journey listening to Megadeth. I went through all of their albums, and I can honestly say the majority of the albums, the first time I listened to them through, had maybe a couple songs on the playlist. Is all.
Yeah.
Only a couple, because for one, I didn't like Dave Mustaine's voice, and for two, it just wasn't super groovy,
For
or at
you.
least that I like the groove that I liked. And so I'm just like, I don't really see what people like about him so much. But then, after evolving some, now
And
I
building
can
up a
look
bit.
at it, and now I'm revisiting their albums, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Mhm.
But again, if it wasn't for these segue bands like this,
You probably wouldn't
I
catch yourself
wouldn't-
listening to them.
no, I would have been like, yeah, that's all I can handle of Megadeth. I'll add a couple songs here and there, and that's it, because I'm not listening to anything else. But yeah, so anyways, Sevendust, great band, great song. Like I said, probably not my favorite song from them, but when they've been around for as long as they have and released so much music, I mean, not everything is going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
So I love this song. I will listen to this song. Playlist, playlist. It's going on my metal playlist. It's maybe not a workout playlist, but it's going on my playlist, and I will be listening to this song. I just think
Me
they
too.
have better offerings.
Oh yeah.
There's
And
other
I-
songs that are better to me.
And I can't wait to
For
see
what I
those.
like.
I'll actually turn off. Or don't. But yeah, like, definitely the same. This is my first song ever hearing it, so I can't wait to get into the stuff that you like more.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I was to say, "Oh, you've never heard of Sevendust? Let me play you something." This would not have been the song that I picked.
Yeah.
Probably. I'll be honest. This wouldn't have been the song that I picked for his first introduction. But first of all, I didn't know that this was the first time he'd listened to him. Second of all, this is a new song. We wanted to do a new song. I'd never heard it, so I didn't know what to tell him about it. So, and I like the lyrics of it. Really meaningful lyrics in this song. I really enjoyed the story that it told and just
Yeah.
what he was talking about. So, overall, thumbs up. Great song. Not my favorite song, but great song. And with that being said, guys, if you want to keep in touch with us and figure out what we've got going on, Instagram, Twitter, at Bars Unlimited.
One
We're-
word.
Yeah, one word. We're on there. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button for more content. And any final words?
Be safe, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Thank you guys so much, for coming in, checking it out, viewing the videos. Means
Yep.
a lot to us. And stay tuned because we still are planning to do that metal tournament. So,
Yeah.
battling of bands and seeing in a bracket who could win. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
We'll be posting that heavily on social media. So I'll be putting that stuff in the description.
Yes, definitely. And last but not least, guys, 41 subscribers at the time of this video. Thank you guys so much. In the course, since we've came back from vacation, we've got something like 22 subscribers. That's just awesome. We thank you guys for being a part of our channel and what we're trying to do. And we just appreciate you guys so much. So with that being said, Jake, Bryson, see you guys next time.